Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing a product. It is definitely a first impression. I've never tried this before. So today's product I'm kind of excited to show you, to test it out. So this is the, I think it's called DOTSOG or DOTSOG. I don't know how to say this, but it is a makeup cleaner or makeup brush cleaner. I'm sorry, not a makeup cleaner, but a makeup brush cleaner. And I've been wanting one for quite some time now, especially because I do YouTube videos and I get my brushes pretty dirty. I do wash them very often, but it's a lot of work to manually do it. So it takes time, and it also takes time for it to dry. I was actually looking into getting a Lumiere, I think that's how you call it, or like a Zoe makeup brush cleaner, but there's some scam going on with that, so if you're gonna buy one, please don't. The Lumiere is the one where it's like a whole little, almost like an egg looking thing, and there's like a whole bunch of brushes you can put in, and it I think cleans up to like 15 brushes at a time. And I did like a pre-order, and that was over a year and a half ago, I want to say, and we still haven't received our product. There's a bunch of us who hasn't received anything. I think there's some sort of like lawsuit going on. I don't know. There's it's a mess. It's a mess, and unfortunately I will not be getting that. So if you are trying to get a Lumiere, don't go through the company's pre-order blah blah blah. And we tried emailing them, they don't respond. Yeah, it's a mess. So if you have gone through that or you know what to do, please leave me a comment below and let me know. It's a whole nother mess and a whole nother story, and it'll take up a whole lot more time in this video. But long story short, I ended up getting this. This is of course a small version. I think you guys have definitely seen these before. They're like the smaller kind with like a little bowl, and it cleans the brush and dries it. So it's of course one brush at a time, which is fine. I don't mind. But I figured let's give this a try, and I would try it on camera. So it comes with this handle right here. This is what you would put your brush on, and it of course has a button here and there just to turn it on and off. I think batteries are included. It should have batteries, hopefully. So you get a few more items like this. This is the bowl that you would be doing your cleaning in. So of course I'm not going to read the instructions right now, because we always want to just figure it out without reading the instructions, right? Like that's just how we do things. And then you get like this little holder thing that holds like all your brushes, and then you get these things right here that goes onto the holder. So this is I think the biggest one that they have, and it'll just go into the holder like that. So you just basically fit these according to the size that they show. So there are 8 of them in these various sizes, as you can see, and you get this little piece right here that goes into this. I don't know if it goes any further, but that's as far as I can push it. In the picture it looks like it goes all the way down, but for some reason I can only push it that far. I have this open so I can put some batteries in there, and it takes AAA batteries, so I'm going to place those in there. So that's how it spins. I don't know if you can see, well obviously you can't see it spin, but you can hear it. So I don't know why it's not going all the way down. I hope this is not a faulty one. So as far as filling this up, they said to add any kind of liquid soap that you want to add to clean your brushes with, or if your brushes, when you buy your brushes, if there are instructions on what kind of soap to use for them, do that. Normally I like to use like baby shampoo or something because it's very gentle, but yeah, I do like to use shampoo, and I do have this Shea Moisture Daily Hydration Virgin Coconut Oil shampoo. It's gonna be some bougie cleaning over here. So yeah, so I'm gonna use this because I like that my brushes are soft after that. I don't know, I just treat it like it's like hair. So yeah, I'm gonna pour a little bit in there, like so, just a tad bit. And then they said to add water, but make sure it's like half the level of your brush. I'm just gonna pour, I always have my hair dye thing, but I'm just gonna pour a little bit of water in there. I feel like that might be good. I don't know if I need to mix it. I don't think so. I think the brush will do the mixing for me. But I'm not gonna add too much water. We'll go with this first and see if that helps. So I guess the first brush I'll try is this one. I usually use it for sometimes for foundation depending on how I feel, and I love to use this for my contour because it is pretty big that it gets like all the right areas. So I do want to use this and see how that works, and especially because like this way I can see if the makeup is clean, because it's supposed to be more like a creamy white top, I think. Yeah, I think this one is supposed to be like a creamy white top. So I have to see which one this fits into, and it looks like it might be this. So it needs something with a nice grip, and I'm gonna kind of like push it all the way down because there is a spot that it needs to stop at. So I think it stops there. And then the other end goes right in here. Hope I'm doing this right. Okay, all right, so that is pretty powerful. I'm gonna try to go ahead and put this in here. Let's see. All right, so I think I can add a little bit more water. Or no, I'm just gonna try it like this. So they do say to, you know, spin it a little bit in here like that. And I think if I go too low down, it will kind of slow down. And I go up and down so you can get all of it. I really hope this works, you guys. Then I'm just going to, I need to wash this again. I need to wash this obviously again in just plain water with no soap in it. But definitely gonna give it another go. It's not too fast. I feel like it's not doing much. Let me take it a little high so I can dry it just a little bit. It's obviously still wet. Maybe I put too much water, but it doesn't spin too well, I don't think. And it's not going all the way down. Alright, as you can see, it's not cleaning too much. I feel like it's taking longer than I would do to actually clean this brush. But let's see. Alright, I just rinsed it off in some of the extra water that I had. I'll try to see if I can, I'll try to see if I can dry this. But as far as like cleaning, it's not doing the best job. So I will tell you, like it should be more white, and I feel like I tried to clean it enough. Also, the other thing is this thing is not going down all the way. I don't know if I'm not putting it in right. I don't know what the problem is, but it's not going down all the way. So I don't feel like it's as secure as I would want it to be or as powerful as I want it to be. And also, the brush, there is a little bit of space right here, as you can see. Like the brush can only go down that far, but I feel like it makes it very like not sturdy. So when you're spinning it, it doesn't do the best. But let me see if I can just hold it to the side and dry it a little bit, you know. See if that helps. Yeah, it's not completely dry and it's not completely clean either. So that was a fail, just holding it to the side and drying it. Yeah, I mean it does dry pretty well, but it's not completely clean. So I'm gonna have to go over it again. And the water is a little dirty, but not really. So I feel like I'm gonna have to do this like at least twice, but I don't feel like it's sturdy enough. In the picture, you know, there is no gap between the two, just like how I have it here. So this, either I'm not fitting it in right, and I did read the instructions. I don't know what the problem is, but there's like literally nowhere else for it to go, and there's no other settings that make sense. So I don't know what the problem with this is. I just don't have good luck with brush cleaners, honestly. I might as well just do it manually, but I can use this if I do end up keeping it. I can use this to dry my brushes. So this thing is like really tough to take off. Like I don't want it messing with my brush because I have to like literally peel it off. Like look at that, I can barely take that off. It seems like it's more hassle than it is helpful. Let me try another one. Alright, so let me try this one. This is my foundation brush. This is an old brush, and see which one it goes into. It's too big. I feel like it might go in there. Yeah, let's try that one. It's like I have to push it all the way through, and that's as far as it'll go, and there's like this much more space in here, so it really doesn't help, and I wonder if that much space is enough. So let me try to fit this in here and see if it just kind of goes all over. Like, see, it's not, like, look at that. So if I do this, it's not bad, it'll stay, but it's not the best. Yeah, it's just going all over the place. So I don't even know if that's completely clean. This brush is not as dense, you know, as the other brush. Like, this is a little bit more dense, so it's a little bit more stiff. I literally just dipped this into some water. So I'm just literally just spinning it in the air. I don't want any water to get on my camera. Luckily the fan will just push it away. This is a new technique, you guys, to drying your brushes. I can still see water coming off. Ooh, it does dry it. So that's one thing that it's good for. Do I want to try any more brushes? I don't know. I don't know if I do. So far, I'm not too impressed. I think especially because it's not the way it's supposed to be. I don't know, you guys. All right, I'm gonna try this brush. It's a eyeshadow brush that I have, and see, so that fits in pretty well. I have a little bit of water, like I said, on the side. It'll help me see if it is kind of clean. So that looks like it's kind of clean. Let me just push it to the side again and dry it. So I'm literally like pushing it off to dry it. You're supposed to actually do this in the actual bowl. So I guess with like clean water, you would rinse off the soap and then just put it like a little bit above the bowl so that it can dry. You're not supposed to do it in the air like this. But if I want to go and clean this up, I'm gonna have to go get water. Just, you know, it's doing too much. That's not bad, actually. That looks pretty clean. I think if I use a little bit more soap, maybe that'll clean up, or maybe this brush just needs a little bit more time. I just am not happy with this part. This is really bothering me. If you guys have one of these, if any of you have one of these, please let me know if yours is like this. I feel like it's supposed to be all the way to the bottom like that, but it doesn't go any further down. And also, I'm not too pleased with this thing because it's a bit of a hassle to take off and put on. But then again, you know, cleaning the brushes is a bit of a hassle too, manually. Usually when I'm cleaning my brush, I put it on that little pad that has little bristles, and I'm just like cleaning it. You know, I push it in and I clean it, so you're like scrubbing it. This doesn't have any kind of bristles. I mean, this doesn't have any kind of like padding that helps to scrub it, which I think would be really useful if the bottom had something like that. But I can definitely use this on my brush cleaner, like the flat pad, and then just kind of put it on there. Instead of me having to like swivel it, it'll do it on its, it'll do it with the machine. So I can use it that way. I feel like I tested enough brushes to see, I think if the brush is more dense, it's harder for it to clean. But you know, when you clean it manually as well, it is like that. You have to scrub that one a little bit more. And I like the fact that if I just let it spin, it will dry, so I can use it quickly. I don't have to wait for a long time for it to dry. I usually wash my brushes at night and then let it dry to the morning, and some of them don't even dry completely in the morning, but this will definitely make the process a little bit faster. Do I recommend getting this one itself? You know, I read the reviews on it and they were pretty decent, I believe, because I usually read the reviews before I buy something. I don't remember how much I spent on this one. I will leave the link to everything in my description below, but it can make my life a little bit easier, but not as easy as I thought it would. So it's not a complete fail, but I'm not completely happy with it either. So yeah, that's my conclusion. I guess the best part of it is that it'll dry it. Yeah. That's the conclusion. The best part of it is that it'll dry it. I don't know if I want to keep this or return this and maybe try another one. If you guys know of a good one that you use, please leave a comment below and let me know. And if there's any other solutions you guys use to clean your brushes, let me know that as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. As always, please, please, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. I thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so, so much. Bye.